Welcome to Ellevate. And this is the podcast that we use to elevate women that are doing amazing things for themselves, for their families, and for their community. And today I am so honored to have Miss Dinah Goodman on our show today. And I forgot to introduce myself because I think everybody knows who I am. I'm Tracy Huff, the confidence coach, author of How to Punch Failure in the Face. And Dinah and I are actually, I have get the opportunity to be and speak with her every week in our BNI meeting. And she is the owner of FitBody Bootcamp. And if you've ever met Dinah, you know she's a powerhouse. And today we're going to investigate a little bit of the reasons why she's a powerhouse, why she's passionate about what she's doing, and what she's committed to doing in the community today. So good morning, Dinah.
Good morning, everybody, and good morning to you too, Tracy.
Excellent. So Dinah and I have a lot in common. Not ironically, we just have a lot in common. We're both very energetic people. We're like a nuclear bomb, right?
Oh, yeah.
Together. But two, we're both veterans, and Dinah is a disabled veteran. You are Navy, correct?
Yes, I was Army first and retired from the Navy, correct.
Okay, yeah, so I'm Army. And we both have been married a long time to our husbands. Did you meet David in the Army? I mean, in the military?
No, I was actually out of the Army when I met David, but I was in the Navy. I joined the Navy when I met him.
Okay, so see, I joined my husband. I met my husband when he was in the Army. And then we've been married. He's going to hate that I don't know this, but our path is wound about 30 years now. And for you guys, it's been 22, right?
Yes.
22 years, you and David?
13th, so yes.
Oh, wow. So congratulations on that. It's an accomplishment. It's an accomplishment, right? Because anyone that's been married a long time knows, right? It takes a lot of compromise and a lot of understanding and patience with each other to do that. So yeah, so those are all the things we have in common. And so Dinah, I wanted you to talk a little bit about like why you decided to go into the military and a little bit about your journey in the military.
Well, I come from a military family. My dad was military. My whole family was military. They were Army. And we do have, now we have some, Air Force and Navy in there. But I joined when I was 17. My parents signed me in. I was already sworn in before I turned 18. So I was very young and I loved it. You chose it just because of your family, or was there something else that you wanted to get out of it? Well, for one thing, when you're 17 and you're ready to take on the world, and you're like, that's your way out also. But it's also, my parents felt it was going from one structured environment into another. So they felt I'd be safe and they knew my energy level. So I had to get in there. I have ADHD, so I had to get in there and get some energy out and learn a lot of things. And best decision I ever made, Tracy. No.
Yeah, I agree. I always say that about my military service as well. It was one of the best decisions I've made. So while you were in, why did you go from the Army to the Navy?
Well, I had a break in service. So I got out of the Army and I was supposed to go back into another field in the Army. Back then they would keep you forever in that rate or that rank, they say in MOS. So I was getting out to go back in. So I actually got out a little bit, went back in as counter intel and stayed in the Army a little longer, and then got out, had another break in service. And after September 11th, I decided I want to go Navy. What can I do? And I decided on the Seabees.
Okay. And so what are the Seabees? Just for everybody that just explain that again.
I provided admin support for construction battalion before becoming an instructor in the Navy. Navy.
What did you instruct?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I said, what did you instruct? That's okay. I love the Go Navy.
Go Navy. Yeah. It's interesting because my husband's retired Army. And so the Army-Navy games are very interesting to say the least. But, it's all good. We're all on the same team, but it's fun to have those little clashes now again.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah, I got to have some rivalry.
Yeah.
Some rivalry there. So then what I was going to say, why the Navy versus like the Marines or the Air Force?
Well, I actually I saw some ads first of all, and I thought I've always wanted to join the Navy. I actually did want to join the Air Force also, but at that time, my age and my time in service with the Army, I wouldn't have been qualified anyway. And so I joined the Navy, and they said, well, if you like the Army, you're going to like the Seabees group in the Navy, because they're the Green Navy. Part of the Green Navy, you know. There's also the SEALs, and obviously I wouldn't be part of that. So I enjoyed it. I made a career out of it, and it was the best group of people you could ever meet. It was just wonderful.
Okay, so now explain how you went from like, okay, we've known the Army, the Navy, and now how, when you were in the Navy, how did you get hooked on fitness? So like we assume like that everybody understands fitness in the military, and every branch is a little different. So like we have, you know, the Army has PT, we all have PT requirements, but how did you get hooked into the fitness side of things while you're in the Navy?
Well, I actually got hooked on the fitness side of things while I was in the Army. Before I started out, I used to play sports when I was younger. I played soccer and volleyball, water polo, everything. My parents would take us to swimming pools all the time, and I learned to swim, and I loved it. So I actually started bodybuilding in the Army. Okay. And then I got out and then I started powerlifting. And then I discovered the nutrition side of the house. So it actually started at an early age when I was a teenager and just progressed from there. And I learned that I loved showing people how to get in shape, you know, and we've learned so much since back in the 80s. So it's a progression. And
when you say 80s, I think Arnold. I think Arnold, and what is it on California? What is the beach, you know? That's what I think of when I think of the 80s and body lift and weight.
You think of Muscle Beach and Venice Beach and, you know.
I do.
Yeah, well, you know, it was all about that back then. It was about, you'd see Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you'd see Mr. Olympia and Miss Olympia and contests. That was the in thing back then. And we did a lot of things the wrong way. And as science progressed in kinesiology, which is the science of movement, progressed, we learned the right way to do exercises so that further on down the line, we wouldn't be as injured, you know, just by doing the repetitive movements in the wrong way.
Right. Right. And so like, tell everyone, like Dinah has so many, besides her personal passion for it, but the certifications and the things that you've invested in yourself to make you an expert in this field. Talk about that.
Okay.
Talk about all those
things.
I know
I have. Yes, I'm a nutritionist. That came after. I actually started out being a basic personal trainer, advanced personal trainer, and then did cycling, a cycling instructor, aerobics instructor. So I kind of dabbled in water aerobics. So anything athletic, I got my hands and feet into. And then I played sports. I played softball and volleyball and soccer. So I was in gymnastics when I was young, up until about 14. Taught gymnastics as an adult, part-time. You know, I always wanted to work in some field, so that was athletic.
Always athletic. And then, and I just want to point out, because I don't think Dinah's going to toot her own horn on this one, is that she's always committed to excellence. So whenever she does anything, she does it all in and goes all in. But it hasn't always been easy for you to do that. So talk about some of the obstacles that you've had to overcome on this journey and this quest you have and this passion you have for fitness and then just being healthy.
Well, unfortunately, our bodies, we're not superwoman. We're not Superman. Our bodies do deteriorate. Yes, I was shocked to find out too, Tracy. Horrible news. So I did injure in the military. I injured my neck and my back, and I have shoulder injuries and, got some disabilities there along the way. So I had to learn to modify my workouts. I can still eat right, but I can't do, and now I'm, of course I'm a middle-aged woman. So there, you don't get to do gymnastics forever or doing all that stuff forever, but I enjoyed it while it lasts. But I do
subscribe to that philosophy. Those of you who know me know I choose to be 29 forever. So in this, Dinah and I differ on opinion.
There you go. You got to stay.
But it hasn't always been easy.
No,
I am. But it hasn't always been easy. Yeah. So what do you do when your body hurts and you just hurt? And you know that you've got, like, one of my favorite sayings of Dinah's is motion is lotion and stillness is illness. So how do you keep that mantra when your body hurts or you're tired or, how do you motivate yourself to do that?
I wake up every day and I say, okay, one day I'm going to be in my 90s. I hope I'm going to be in my 90s one day. And one day I'm not going to be able to do the things that I can do exactly, but I can always modify. And that's what we do for our clients as well. We'll modify each exercise based on their skill level and their needs. Because what happens, we have people that have knee problems or hip problems like me, or you have shoulder problems or back problems. And so you have to be able, you can still exercise, but you're exercising within the realm of your injuries, but you're still getting stronger and you're still getting better.
Yeah, and I got to do Dinah's program, and I've been recovering. I'm still in the process, but I'm much further. But when I had done Dinah's program, it was I was still recovering, and I told Dinah I didn't trust my body. Like I had no muscle strength that I used to have, and so when I was trying to work out on my own, it was hard for me because I was trying to work out at the level that I'm used to. So going through Dinah's program really helped me get more okay with doing what she just said, with starting where I was today, starting where I was now. And Dinah, you saw me at that BNI lunch. Didn't I step up on that bench all by myself? What?
Yes.
It's really great about that. It's not like you're going to go in there and you're going to feel like everyone is outworking you because of the type of training that it is. You have your time period and you work to your level, even though you're in a class of 15, 20 people, you're working at your level for that time frame. So talk about what kind of training that is and why you chose, of all the franchises you could do, why you chose FitBody Bootcamp.
Okay. Well, I started out, we used to own a medium-sized box gym, and I've had memberships to box gyms, and I enjoy them too. They have their place as well. But HIIT training is a different animal altogether. HIIT is high-intensity interval training, and it's based on intervals and working up to your potential, your maximum potential for a certain period of time, taking a short break and then going to the next and doing it over and over in different stations. So we have 4 stations broken down, but we'll change the format every day. So we might have Kong doing as many reps as possible, also AMRAP, or working between 2 exercises and stations for a certain amount of time. HIIT is very effective because it brings your heart rate up. Okay, then you have a rest period. Okay, then it's back up again. So it actually is great for cardio conditioning and for resistance training. We do weights. So by the end of the week, we would have done core and cardio and resistance training for all your muscle groups and agility drills. So we hit everything, and it's just 30 minutes. So that plus nutrition is highly effective in helping to drop body fat and getting people in shape. And a lot of us nowadays do not have the time, Tracy. We're busy. We're busy people. We're much more, but this is an efficient way to work out. Get your workout in, get your calories gone, lose body fat, get more lean body mass, and feel good throughout the rest of the day for yourself. So it's a great.
And one thing that I love is that everything starts on time and ends on time. Like yes, it starts on time and it ends on time. And and that you get to register. Yeah, that's like my pet peeve. So that was like right in my wheelhouse there. And so like you get to register for your classes and you have like a whole system of support, not just with the personal one-on-one, but with your software and the appointments and then the scales and the people and the trainers. It's just a great experience. So what are the common excuses that you hear and what do you have in place that help them overcome them?
So many excuses, but that's okay. We all make them. Well, one thing is I'm too old. I can't start this now. That's not true. We actually have something for seniors and seniors love it. And I'm going to tell you, seniors are one of our hardest working group of people because they never give up. So what we do is we just modify based on the level and they still get a great workout. We have something for children, for kids. We have Kid Fit 3 times a week and 3:30. And so they come in, we can wear them down for you and get them worked out so they can sleep well. Plus it teaches them how to take care of their bodies and how to do a routine every week. And then we also, one of the excuses we hear is, well, I've been injured too many times and, once bitten, twice shy. And I tell them, you
Right.
can't afford not to work out, because working out is going to, like, let's say you have a knee problem, it's going to develop those surrounding muscles around your knee or around your shoulder or on your back. And it's actually going to help you to heal and make you stronger. And like I said, we can adjust the exercises so that it's something that you're still working that muscle group and still getting a great workout. But it's something that you can do that is not going to put anybody at risk. We also hear the excuse that, well, it's for athletes and I'm too big or I'm too small to do it. There's not a size. Fitness has no size. You come in and you work out at your level. We'll show you how to do it safely. It's your journey. We will show everybody how to get to their personal journey, through their personal journey to their why and their goals. And we'll do it safely and efficiently.
Okay. Any other excuses?
We hear a lot of them.
I mean, so let's just do top 3.
How do you not have time? Everybody, it's 2% of the day. 30 minutes is 2% of the day. Everybody has time. Yeah. Everybody.
I heard a statistic the other day in a training that I was doing that the average American watches like 4.8 hours of television a day.
Yes, I believe I'm
so.
wrong.
I think right. I think you got to sleep too, right, Dinah? You've got to sleep. You can't do that when you're supposed to be sleeping.
True.
But I think, it's easy to say we don't have time because we have our schedules full of things that aren't moving us in the direction that we want to go.
Oh yeah.
But I want to kind of talk on your point of like when people say that they're sore or say that they have an injury, and that not working out. I always tell my students, you use it or lose it. Like if you're not using it, if you're not doing it, if you're not staying motion, you say motion is lotion and stillness is illness. I say use it or lose it, baby. If you don't use it, if you're not trying to do it, it's not going to work for you.
That is
so it's still like the activity. Yeah, it's still the activity about it. All right. So what is your mission in Fayetteville with fitness? Like what do you, and I'm going to include David in this because you can't see Dinah without David normally. And so like they're definitely in this together, right? We're definitely in this mission together. So what would you tell people is your mission and your purpose and what you want to create in our community?
Yes. Our mission is to help people get better and get more fit so that they can spend time with their children. They can spend quality time with their grandchildren. They can heal better, because I'm going to tell you, as many injuries as I had, the doctors always say it's much better that you're in shape, that you're able to heal quicker because you've kept yourself in shape. That's important when you have an injury. And like Tracy was saying, that I always say, motion is lotion and stillness is illness, we say. If you're doing nothing, you're just going to deteriorate slowly. You have to work those muscles. You have to get in there, get those juices flowing, right? And so we want to make
exactly. Okay.
Invincible.
Yes. We want to be, I always say apocalypse ready. Like we want to be like apocalypse ready. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Go. So, but what would you say to that person who may never have ever been in shape, and now they think, okay, now I'm middle age, now I'm in my 40s, or now I'm in my 30s, or now I'm in my 50s, and it's too late? What would you say to a person that said that?
It's never too late. There's been people that have been over 50, over 60 that started. Our bodies were meant to move, and you could start off slowly. Everybody had to have a starting point. Everybody, even the best athlete in the universe had to have a starting point at some point. And at first, you'll be very tired. Your body will be in shock. What are you doing to me? I've never done this. And then after a while, you start being energetic, and you start feeling like you can take on the world, and you get off your meds, and you go to the doctor, and he's like, what are you doing? Because you look great. And you look great. Your numbers are great. That's the whole goal there. And it's your personal choice, not the age or the skill level or anything like that.
Exactly. And so it starts with that first step. And because Dinah is the kind of person that puts her money where her mouth is, she's got a free week. Everyone can come and try it for a free week. Absolutely no strings. Come in and experience. Okay. Disclaimer. You're going to be sore. You might need some help sitting on the toilet. I'm just going to put that out there, Dinah, because you can't. It's part
of the game. Tracy, you know that.
Any kind of growth, we know this, right? Any kind of growth comes with pain. So I don't want it to be like all flowers and sunshine. To get those results, you got to put in some work. You're going to have to know that you might have to, like, literally with my husband, I did it. I had to like use this hand to raise this hand to grab my coffee cup, to support my coffee cup, to bring the cup to my mouth because we were so sore. But well, like Dinah said, we started moving. We weren't as sore the next week. We weren't as sore the next week and the next week. So, but I just want to throw that one out there because don't think you're not going to be sore, and don't think you're all alone when you're having a hard time sitting on the toilet. It's a thing.
It's a thing even for athletes, believe me.
Yeah. We were talking about that last night. One of my students has taken on something at the karate school. She's assisting with summer camps, and she was in her class. She's a black belt candidate, and she's 12, and she was like not performing. And I was like, look, this is black belt class. I need you to put on black belt class. And she's like, my body hurts. I said, I completely understand. And so after class, when we talked to her, she's like, I said, I know your body hurts. My body hurts. I said, but if it makes you feel better, even James, my son, who's really in good shape, I said, his body hurts too. So it's not just us.
Everybody's body hurts sometimes.
That's right. I said, doesn't that make you feel better? She said, yeah. I said, I know.
We're in this together because that's a good sign, because what happens when we work out, we're purposely tearing down the muscle. And that soreness is a combination of lactic acid and tiny microscopic tears. It's called the principle of overload. We're overloading the muscle on purpose. The rest is going to build it up stronger. And then you come back and you do it again. Right. And then
that's where your nutrition comes in, right?
Absolutely.
That's 80%. And fuel. And okay. And I know, I just this is a personal question for Tracy. Okay. So like, where do the supplements come in on that kind of recovery? Because there's so many things out there. You hear collagen, this, that, like if keeping it super simple for someone who's just trying to help them recover faster and get in shape faster, is there one thing that you would recommend they do as far as supplements?
Well, I'm going to tell you, nothing is as good as getting your supplements from actually true organic food. Not synthetic foods, but true organic foods. And then you need to take a multivitamin as well, a good multivitamin, because what happens is when we work out, our body's depleted. So your multivitamin is your nutrients without calories. So that's very important. There is no magic pill. We all know that. So I don't recommend like taking a whole bunch of pills. Just keep it basic and eat healthy food. And that's 80% is your eating. That's what's going to get rid of the body fat and get you in shape. And it doesn't matter if you're an athlete or a non-athlete, or you're a weightlifter, or a powerlifter, or a gymnast, eating will always be one of the most critical factors in getting in shape.
And so I know that as part of your challenges, you have like, you guys measure and weigh, and you have all the high-speed tools that kind of show you what's going on with your body. But if they're just coming in and they do the free week and like, okay, yeah, I like this, I'm going to commit to this. Is there something that they can do, like to have a baseline of their numbers? Because I love that Dinah says this all the time. And I think it's because we have to change our perception about this, is that there are fat, skinny people that just because you can't see, maybe they don't have excess fat, they don't also might not have muscle tone, and that doesn't make them in shape. It just makes them skinny, right?
Right.
Is that an accurate statement?
Body mass to body fat ratio, really, it's really not about the scale to a certain degree, because what happens is you can have two people that weigh the same, and one's wearing 3 sizes smaller because one has more lean body mass to body fat ratio, and muscle, as we know, is more dense. So whereas 5 pounds of fat takes up a lot of space, well, 5 pounds of muscle is not a lot of space. It's like, about that much. So that's why you can see someone smaller that has more lean to body, lean body or lean muscle, instead of body fat. So it's not about weight. And so we don't want you to get caught up on that. We want you to know that this is, getting in shape.
I think that was really great. Yeah. So the tools that they use are really awesome, because it shows you that, good or bad. It helped me learn the impact of some things that I was putting in my mouth that I didn't think about, like by looking at that scale. Like looking at that report. Yeah. Yeah. But it's different when you can make a conscious choice versus you're just doing it unconsciously, not knowing. And I think that's the other big deal too, is that with the tools, the additional tools that you provide, that you get to make conscious choices, so that now you understand, okay, now when I eat this is the impact it's going to have. Do I really want this?
especially after.
And if it's true, because yeah. Well, look, I'm a cake addict. Everyone who knows me knows how much I love cake. I love cake. It is my go-to stress food. I love cake. And so, but now I can choose.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to eat a piece of cake.
And you can even
knowing
have that
this is-
cake, Tracy. Once in a while, you can have
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, once in a while, but I can't have it every day for breakfast, Tina. I can't have it every day for breakfast.
We have so many people that bring food into us, and you can have that. You just have to exercise moderation. You can have a free day. You can have a free meal. It's not about being so strict. It's about moderation of everything. Because everybody eats pizza. Most people do anyway, and cake, and likes their certain thing that's not good for us. We don't want to cut that completely out. You can have that. But you just have to balance it,
Yeah, and figure out how. So if you're looking for that kind of support and you're looking for someone with the knowledge, the experience that understands your struggles and understands what you're going through and is not going to shame you for having cake or pizza or chips or your sweet salty or whatever it is, then you definitely need to go out to Dinah. Dinah, she's at Boone Trail FitBody Bootcamp. And what's the webpage, Dinah?
It is.
Where can they go to?
Easy. It's no www. It's HTTPS, and then it's Boone Trail, all lowercase, Boone Trail FitBodyBootcamp.com, and then /capital fitness with just a capital F in fitness. So Boone Trail FitBody Bootcamp.
They go to that
/fitness,
and they can register for that free week. And that's the free week.
Yeah, absolutely. You can register,
or they can walk in.
You can walk in. We're here. You can walk in.
Yay.
Come in.
So when are you guys open? Because they open really, really early. So they're open really, really early. And I know
open at 5:15, and our first class is at
5:30.
And
I know that.
Yep. And our last class.
That was how my husband and I did that workout so that we could do it together. That's love, people. That is love. That's all I'm going to say about
love.
that. Yeah. So they're open early, and then you guys close when? You guys close around lunchtime?
Class, Monday through Thursday. Our last class is going to be 6:15 to 6:45, but on Fridays we close at noon. Give our people a little bit of a break. It does take a lot out of you to teach. And then Saturdays we have an 8 a.m. and an 8:40 a.m. class. And Saturdays are free for the public. Anyone can come in on Saturday. Last time.
The great thing about the early morning workouts is you're just really rolling out of bed to go work out. So it's not brush your teeth, people. That's it. Wipe the stuff out of your eyes. Get in there and go do it. And if you have a wonderful, supportive husband like I did, he would just push me into the car and drive me. So if you can do that, it was worth it. Once I got there, I was glad I went. So good stuff. All right. Is there anything else you want to say before we end this episode?
I just want to say, Tracy, thank you for having me on. But it's so important for everyone to know that anybody can and should take care of themselves and come work out. And you should have a place that's safe and fun and that you're going to be treated like family. So come see us for a free week, no strings attached.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Dinah.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Tracy.